2:20. Carmelli. Duong comes free. Lawrence the follow. Nicely designed play by the Tigers. Lawrence on the offensive rebounds. Ellis French can't finish with the left hand, and here come the Tigers led by Carmelli on the near sideline. 3 Tigers on 2. Carmelli waits for more. That's off the foot of Tyler Scott. A sideline inbounds. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Richie Kanzamata will come back in. "13 seconds. Kanzamata. And here's Carmelli. Calls out a play. Gets a screen from Lawrence. Thought about firing up a 3. Kanzamata as the shot clock winds down. Misses everything. Lawrence, though. And the Panthers are irate. They thought it should have been a shot clock violation. The play blown down. Instead, the Tigers pick up the loose ball, plate, and put it in with Lawrence. He's now got about 26 points, and there's a dunk. Sedlarevic breaks through on the baseline for 2. Still a 4-point game, but the Panthers were irate about that. Shot clock expiring. Perhaps the officials claiming that the ball got the bottom of the basket, of the rim. Traveling violation on Sean Dodds. Panthers will get the ball back. And now the refs coming together to talk about that play, and they feel like they got it right. 59.4 seconds left. In the third quarter, here comes French. Jeff Doan with the 3 fouls. Sedlarevic, States, and there's Tyler Scott. Catches, drives. Over the top of Stomberger, and it's down, and it's a 1-point game. Or a 2-point game, sorry. Here come the Panthers. Turned over. Stomberger, though, gets it off. Tyler Scott let himself too far with his first dribble. And Stomberger basically just picked it up. 57-55. Stomberger. Lots of motion for the Tigers. Reed cuts through. Dodds a straightaway 3. Front rim. Rebound by Jared Reed. Can't get it past Brad States. States blocks the shot. Collects. Gets it to Doan. Shot clock turned off. 14 seconds left in the quarter. Doan for 2. And we are tied at 57. 7 seconds left for Dalhousie. Kanzamata to the basket. No foul. That'll stay with the Tigers. 3.4 seconds left in the third quarter. Vujicic will come back in for Brad States. Lorenzo Parker is going to come in, I assume. I thought Jeff Doan, but they're going to come in for Tyler Scott. Jeff Doan's out there with 3 fouls. He'll try to avoid a cheapie here with 3.4 seconds left. Jared Reed. And just as I say that, that's going to be on Vujicic, but as Jared Reed broke free on that inbounds pass, Jeff Doan grabbed his jersey. You could see it tug. Jeff, very fortunate that wasn't his 4th foul. But the foul is on Vujicic. That's his first. Tigers will go to the line with Jared Reed. That's in. 58-57. Second one down. 59-57. A 3 that just rims out for Sladaravic. Well, Sladaravic, a first-year player. Setting us up for a wild fourth quarter from the south end of Halifax. Great to have you with us on opening night in AUS men's basketball. Tigers and Panthers, they'll do it again tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Make sure you join Stephen Campbell and Graham Benjamin then. And, of course, again, I'll be at the Homburg Center for the X-Men and Huskies. Join me for that one as well. Get the 2 browsers going on. austv.ca. Let's start our fourth quarter. Ellis French out there with Sedlarevic and Jeff Doan, Vujicic, and here's Lorenzo Parker driving baseline. 4-2 and 1. That'll tie it up, and Lorenzo Parker can go to the line to give the Panthers a 1-point lead. Down for Parker. Panthers have their first lead in a while. I've got this right now at a 20-9 run for the Panthers from the midway point of the third quarter to now. Kanzamata, Cashrell Lawrence trying to ride the hot hand. Kanzamata up fakes, and he might have been better served to take that shot. The Tigers will not get it off. Wave it off. Kanzamata had his shot, but decided to pass. And the shot clock expires. The Tigers team again trying to win without Devin Stedman. He is out for the weekend. Will be evaluated midweek for concussion. Sedlarevic, nicely done on the step back three. Make that a long two. 9 minutes remaining in the fourth. Lawrence comes free. Can't finish, but he'll go to the line.
Panthers foul committed by number 15, Jeff Doan, his fourth. Team foul number 1 of the period. Substitution for the Panthers returning to the game, number 8, Brad States.
Well, it's been the Cashrell Lawrence show for the Tigers offensively.
For the Dalhousie Tigers.
Again, this has been a tough spot for Cashrell, the foul line. And you see him go back rim on that first one. 54% last year. One of two. 62-60. Sedlarevic. Brad States just rims out. You don't see Brad take too many of those. Fires one up on the quick trigger. 8:45 left in the game. Offensive foul. Looks like it's on Duwong.
Offensive foul, legal screen committed by Dalhousie Tigers number 21, Kevin Duwong.
It is Kevin Duwong. That's his fourth.
Foul number 2 of the period.
So the youngster has 4. Sedlarevic, very impressive in his AUS debut for this Panthers team. And from Slovenia, now fires up a 3. Not the prettiest of strokes, but he nearly knocks it down.
Out of bounds, Tigers, UPEI.
Goes off the Tigers, out of bounds. 8:25. Substitution for the Tigers. Sanogo out. And the veteran Jared Reed coming in. Parker finds French. Fresh shot clock for the Panthers. Vujicic puts it on the floor, hands off to French. Now ready to screen for Ellis. Ellis fires up a 3. Off the backboard, it's good. French for a 3. And it's a 5-point lead, maybe the biggest lead of the game, I believe, for UPEI. 8 minutes left. Dangerous times for the Tigers. Nice up fake by Cashrell. Can't finish inside. Parker has it knocked away. Duwong can't finish. And flying in for the rebound is Sedlarevic. And he's fouled by the Tigers. Well, Lawrence was in close. Duwong had a turnaround shot in close, but no luck. 7:49 remaining.
Substitution for the Tigers returns to the floor, number 12, Maurice Colley.
Maurice Colley is going to check back in after the timeout.
Timeout, Tigers.
So a timeout. Tigers trailing by 5. Check the out-of-town scoreboard here. Again, our women's game, the Tigers beat the Panthers 54-48. A valiant comeback attempt by the Panthers. They were down 20 points in the fourth quarter. Went on a 20-4 run to finish that game. And if they missed a couple three-pointers that just rimmed out, if they had gone down, that could have gotten really interesting.
Tiger fans, don't forget to join us tomorrow night as the Tigers take on the UPEI Panthers.
They still have the last score from Fredericton. We have is still 67-54 for UNB over Acadia, as they are in the fourth. 7:49 left in the fourth here in Halifax. Panthers lead 65-60. Here comes Ellis French. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Sedlarovich off the handoff. Try to get it back to French, and Maurice Cawley ends up fouling Sedlarovich well away from the basketball. Basically fouling a guy passing right there. Sedlarovich, Lorenzo Parker. Ellis French. Brad States. A good take by Brad, and he'll draw a foul on the Tigers. Foul on Cashrell. That's his fourth, so there's a big storyline now. Cashrell Lawrence with 4 fouls. Panthers slowly but surely seizing this one. Brad, who of course airballed a foul shot earlier in the half. Hearing it from the Tigers faithful. One of 2 for Brad. Tyler Scott back on the floor, 66-60. Panthers in man-to-man. 5 team fouls on the Tigers, only 1 on the Panthers. Richie Kanzamata for 3. Back to a 3-point game. Here comes Brad States, and that's going to be a blocking foul on Kanzamata. Thought he was there in time.
Tigers blocking foul on the shot committed by number 11, Richie Kanzamata, his 3rd. Brad States will shoot 2 for the Panthers.
States back to the foul line. It's been an adventure for Brad from the charity stripe. First one down. Just over 7 minutes left. One of 2 again. So Brad States 3 of 6 from the foul line here in this half. Panthers got the rebound, and Ellis French drives the lane. I think he got a finger up in the eye area. You can see him kind of wince in pain there on his last dribble. And he's going to get a foul as well. That's on Sven Stomberger. The Tigers really racking up the fouls here.
Tigers substitution returning to the floor, number 8, Sean Dodds.
Panthers are in the bonus. Rims out for Ellis French. So the Panthers not doing themselves any favors from the foul line. 1 of 2 for Ellis French, 68-63. Back to a 5-point lead. This has been the biggest lead of the game for the Panthers, 5 points. Kanzamata absorbs contact from French. Up top now drives the lane. Help comes from Sedlarovich. Double teamed, finds wide open Sean Dotz. Just rims out. You can see Sean has the stroke. First year player from Ottawa. Yet to knock one down. 6:45 left in this fourth quarter. Maurice Cawley. Kanzamata. Right through the middle of the lane. Kicked out to Sanogo. Front rim on the jump shot. Taken away by Brad States. And here comes Lorenzo Parker on the near sideline. Parker, 7.6 points per game last year, the new minus native. Fine State's cutting to the basket, and he'll get a foul on Sanogo. So a 5-point lead, and Brad State's back to the foul line.
Tigers foul committed by number 10, Cedric Sanogo, his third. Brad States will shoot 2 for the Panthers in bonus.
First one down for Brad. 69-63. Only 2 team fouls on the Panthers. 1 of 2 again for States, but the follow by Sidlarovich. Got up there with the left hand. And it's up to an 8-point lead. Nice cut, Sanogo. And 1. A beautiful cut, got the pass. He'll go to the line. And the Panthers want to call timeout. They got the 8-point lead. Coach Kendrick doesn't want to mess around here. He wants to call timeout, make sure the defense is set after that easy and 1 for Sanogo. So again, we're back on the air tomorrow at 6 o'clock here from Dalplex. Women's game at 6, men's game at 8. Make sure you join us. Panthers women's team will be out for revenge. Should be a much better effort from the Panthers women's team tomorrow night. Really struggled to score through 3 quarters in the first game, but really caught fire in the 4th quarter. They'll likely build on that momentum heading into tomorrow. And of course, again, the men at 8. (71-65). Going to the foul line is the youngster Sanogo.
Cedric Sanogo with 1 free throw still to shoot.
That's down for Cedric. 71-66. Tigers with a little pressure. That's going to stay with the Panthers. Cashrell Lawrence went flying high in the air to try to get that one. Came down awkwardly. He's okay. Cashrell Lawrence, 4 fouls. Right now you got 4 fouls on Lorenzo Parker as well. So Parker has 4 for UPEI. Lawrence has 4 for Dow. Moisture on the floor. Good job there by the official. Now wiping that up. We're ready to go. 6:10 remaining in the 4th quarter. French. On the far side, Tyler Scott guarded by Sanogo. Tough shot. Tyler Scott over the top of Sanogo. That's why they brought him to UPEI. He can create his own shot. Thriving in that freewheeling Tim Kendrick offense. Sanogo, front rim, weak side rebound by Sedlarovich, and that's going to be a foul on Sedlarovich. Got wrapped up with Cashrell Lawrence, kind of spun around a little too aggressively. The official didn't like it, and that's going to be a foul on the Slovenian. He's saying he just ripped through. That's the 4th team foul now on the Panthers, so that's a costly one. The Panthers only a foul away from being in penalty. Tigers have been there pretty much throughout the entire 4th quarter. That goes off the foot of Tyler Scott. 20 seconds on the shot clock. A 7-point game. What is it with these two teams always play classics, nail biters. Cashrell Lawrence for 2. And he'll go to the line. Approaching 30 points now is Cashrell.
Panthers foul committed by number 12, Milos Sedlarovich, his third. Team foul number 5 of the period. The basket will count.
But last year, these two teams, by Christmas time, had already played 3 games about as tight as you can get. And Cashrell missing the foul shot. There comes Tyler Scott on the near side. Stomberger back on the floor for the Tigers. States turns it over. Sanogo. Kanzamata with the left hand. Down to a 1-possession game. Sedlarovich back rims a 3. And here come the Tigers trailing by 3. Kanzamata. Sven Stomberger. Yes, sir. We are tied at 73. The Tigers on a 7-point run. And again, the Panthers and Tigers. Another nail biter. Every time you play this Panthers team, it's just a game of runs. Who will go in the final one? But they had 2 games last year at the Carey Center in the fall time. I think the Panthers won both games by a combined total of about 3 or 4 points. And then at Christmas at the Rod Shoveler, a game that not a lot of people even saw, the Tigers and the Panthers playing. And the Tigers tied it with about 2 seconds left in the game. And DJ Smith took an inbounds pass and just heaved it from the foul line. His own foul line, obviously. And it went in to win the game for the Panthers. That was a game that not too many people even saw. And they're going at it again. 4:54 left. Both teams in the penalty. 4:54 remaining. 73-73. Brad States runs the baseline. French, a little pressure from the Tigers. Talk about Rick Plato wanting this 40 minutes of hell type defense. This time Tyler Scott makes them pay. 4:38 left. Kanzamata waves through the youngster Maurice Colley. Sanogo. Nice handoff for Lawrence on the dribble drive. And that'll be a foul on Ellis French, who does not agree. And Cashrell back to the foul line.
Shooting foul committed by number 1, Ellis French. His first. Cashrell Lawrence will shoot 2 free throws for Dalhousie.
Lawrence on the foul line where he struggled. Don't have the official score for Cashrell, but easily in the 30-point range now. Makes the first. Two of 2 for Lawrence. Sedlarovich getting lots of minutes in his first year. First AUS game. Ellis French. There's Tyler Scott, the former Acadia Axeman. French, hard to the basket, the former St. Francis Xavier X-Men comes up short, and here comes Kanzamata. Sanogo knocked away by Tyler Scott. That'll stay with the Tigers. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Sanogo, Stomberger, Jared Reed, Kanzamata, and Lawrence for the Tigers. Sedlarovich, States, Scott, French, and Karamu back into the game. He's playing with 3 fouls. We haven't seen Karamu in a long time. Tigers wild on this possession. Lawrence trying to settle thing down, and he won't do it. That could be the 5th foul on Cashrell Lawrence.
Tigers offensive foul.
Brad States drew the offensive, and that's it for Cashrell. He fouls out with 3:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. How huge of a loss is that for Dalhousie? A guy with over 30 points in the game. Fouling out. What a great play by Brad States to draw the foul. And now the Tigers are without their leading scorer with 3:46 remaining, 75-75. Again, both teams in the penalty. Jeff Doan back into the game. He's got foul trouble. He has 3. Lorenzo Parker has 4. Tyler Scott with the inbounds. Here comes French. Tied ball game from Dalplex. Jared Reed, Sanogo, Sean Dodds will take the place of Cashrell Lawrence. The first-year player from Ottawa, getting some big minutes. Now that's the 4th foul on Sanogo. Ellis knocks down the first. French knocks down the second. 3:35 left. Reed gets the pass from Sanogo. Back to Sanogo. Fires a 3. Front rim. Brad States has it. Hands off to Tyler Scott, and here comes Ellis French. So no doubt this is the lineup that Coach Kendrick probably really likes. States, Scott, French, and Doan. With the youngster Sedlarovich out there as well, traveling on Brad States. But no doubt this is the lineup that Panthers fans will see a lot of this year.
Dalhousie substitution returns to the court, number 12, Maurice Colley.
Maurice Colley back into the game. Just over 3 minutes left. Jarrett Reed trying to shake free. Sedlarovich up top to Maurice Colley. Kanzamata on the far side. Sean Dodds thought about the 3, improves his position, and knocks down at 2. 77-77. Ellis French. Wild off the backboard. Tigers in transition, led by Kanzamata. Reed to his right-hand side, to the basket, blocked by Tyler Scott. And now the Panthers in transition. A gorgeous outlet pass, and Ellis French takes it himself for 2. 2.5 left. 79-77 for the Panthers. Stomberger screening for Kanzamata. Also Colley. Kanzamata for 3. Off to the left. Doan couldn't secure the rebound. Maurice Colley can't finish with the left hand. States keeps his feet while ripping it away, and now has Tyler Scott on the far sideline. 2 minutes left. French for a long 2. No luck this time off the backboard for Ellis. And we are under 2 minutes. A 2-point lead for UPEI. Not a bad opening night. Far side. Kanzamata up top. Guarded by French. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Stomberger. Goes the other way. Can't finish inside. Brad States has the rebound. Feeds his former Axemen teammate, Tyler Scott. Now teammates with the green and white. French gets it over, barely, to avoid the 8-second count. 10 seconds for Scott and the Panthers. Great matchup here. Scott against Jared Reed. Scott gets a step. Help comes from Stomberger. Turned over, and Tigers out in front. Maurice Colley gets a little bit of a push by Doan. Can't finish with the left hand. Tigers down the floor first, and Jared Reed finishes for 2. 1 minute left. 79-79. And a blocking foul on Kanzamata. He thought he had the charge. Tyler Scott will go to the foul line.
Tigers shooting foul committed by number 11,
Exactly 1 minute remaining. And Tyler Scott on the line. He's settled down nicely. As mentioned early on, he had a lot of energy. A lot of pent-up emotion and energy. He's making some silly turnovers. But as this game has gone on, he's returned to the Tyler Scott that we knew when he played his last year at Acadia. Knocks down both foul shots, 81-79. Here comes Kanzamata and the Tigers. Screen from Stomberger on French. Stomberger pops for three. Just rims out, and Scott elevates for the rebound. Scott brings it down the floor, 37 seconds. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here comes Stomberger. Wide open, Sedlarevic. He'll draw the foul on Kanzamata, and now significant Tigers are fouling out. First Cashrao Lawrence, and now Richie Kanzamata with his fifth foul. Had to take away the layup from Sedlarevic. And Sedlarevic will go to the foul line. That'll do it for Richie.
Sedlarevic will shoot two
so
for the UPEI Panthers.
Now you're looking at a Tigers team coming down the stretch of this one in a 2-point game. Have to go to a timeout, much needed timeout for the Tigers. But you're looking at a Tigers team that is coming down the stretch with no Devin Stedman. Of course, he's out with the concussion. No Cashrao Lawrence, who's put up 30-plus points in this game. And now no Richie Kanzamata, their leader, from the point guard position. So it's going to be tough going for the Tigers. Meanwhile, the Panthers have put themselves in a position to get a win on the road to open up the AUS season. Leading by 2 to the foul line. With Sedlarevic. Got a good look on that three by Stomberger. Just rimmed out. And then a good push by the Panthers. Sedlarevic fouled by Kanzamata. He's out. And to the line goes Sedlarevic. He's ready to go. First one on the floor at the foul line is Sedlarevic. An impressive debut for the Slovenian. Comes up front rim on the first. This will keep it a one possession game at least. 30.6 remaining. Sedlarevic knocks down the second. A 3-point game. Here come the Tigers. Jarrett Reed, Stomberger, Colley, Sinogo, and Sean Dodds out here for this Tigers team. Trying to get a look. 14 seconds. Reed. Maurice Colley, the youngster. Kicked out. Sean Dodds for three. Yes, sir! Sean Dodds, the first-year player from Ottawa. Knocks down the three, and we are tied at 82. Heads up. And during that timeout, there had actually been a few Tigers faithful making their way to the exit. Chances are good you're going to start to see some heads poke their way back in to the Dowplex main floor after the crowd erupted on that three by Dodds. So Jared Reed and a bunch of youngsters out there and they set up a beautifully designed play for a wide open look for Sean Dodds. And this thing is tied up at 82. .8 seconds left. Panthers ball. with the timeout. They'll get it down in the front court. As you know, both teams in the penalty. No Kanzamata for the Tigers, no Casherell Lawrence. Jeff Doan has 3 fouls. The only Panther really in foul trouble. French, States, Doan, Sedlarovich, Tyler Scott for the Panthers. Sanogo trying to get in between Sedlarovich and Scott. Reed, Dodds, Stomberger, Maurice Colley. It's Tyler Scott. They're going to bottom out for Tyler. One-on-one here against the youngster Sanogo. Crosses over, loses his dribble, picks it back up, 3 seconds, comes free, gets himself a 3-pointer. Back rim, and we're off to overtime, friends. Let's go to an extra session in the south end of Halifax. 82-82. Unbelievable for the Panthers. Tigers basketball to begin. Advantage still, you got to think, is it with Tim Kendrick and the Panthers. Coach Kendrick pretty much has the 5 guys you think he would want out there on the floor right now. You know, Jared Reed, the veteran, so steady for this Tigers team, leading this group of youngsters. Stomberger out there, he's in his 2nd year. Reed, back to Stomberger for 3. Back rim, and Jeff Doan secures the rebound. Dribbles out of the double team and finds Brad States. Sedlarovich as they get across half. Dangerous pass by Sedlarovich, trying to find States. Brad wasn't expecting it. And that'll stay with the Panthers, though. 4:25 remaining. Scott, Sedlarovich. Ellis French. For the top to Doan, knocked away by the Tigers. Here comes Jared Reed. Maurice Colley. Sean Dodds, right now here's the hero for the Tigers. Turns it over here though, and here comes Tyler Scott on the far side. Scott trying to get a step on Colley. Over the top of the youngster, comes up back rim. Scott knocks away from Dodds, but Stomberger was there. 3:42 left in overtime, and we've yet to score a point. That is going to go back to the Panthers. Both teams a little frantic here in the early moments of the overtime. There's French. Jeff Doan at the angle, picked up by Dodds. Hands off for Sedlarovich, and that's going to be a foul on Sean Dodds. Way out beyond the 3-point line as Sedlarovich tried to turn the corner. 3:24 left.
Number 8, Sean Dodds. Sedlarovich will shoot 2 for the Panthers.
Sedlarovich to the line. First one down. Two of two for Sedlarovich. The Panthers strike first in the overtime session. 3:23 left. There's Dodds at the angle. Cutting through. Back onto the floor is Carmali now for the Tigers. There's a foul up top. Believe on Sedlarovich. I think Sedlarovich thought it was on the Tigers. He was pumping his fist and happy. But it's on Jeff Doan of the Panthers, and that's Doan's 5th. So Doan is out with the 5 fouls, and now the Panthers have lost a significant player. So that'll do it for Doan. Parker will check back in for Doan. He's got 4 fouls. So the casualty list grows. Kanzamata, Lawrence for the Tigers, Jeff Doan for the Panthers. First one knocked down by Carmali. Back to a 1-point game. Carmali gets both. We're all tied up. 84-84. States trying to back down Stomberger. Sanogo nearly created the turnover. Scott, the baseline 3. Tyler Scott, in his return to AUS action, has been special. Knocks down a 3 on the baseline. Sanogo got a quick first step. Been a tough night for Sanogo finishing. Stomberger puts it in off the Sanogo miss. But he's lightning quick on the first step. He's the first-year player, Sanogo, from Montreal. 2:23 left. French crosses over. Finds a wide-open Brad States. Fouled from behind as Sanogo got down on the weak side. And Brad States will go to the line. And it's been an adventure for Brad from the foul line. That's Carmali's 2nd. First one down for Brad. Back to a 2-point game. And just getting a piece of the rim on the second one is Brad States. My friends, we have 2:10 remaining in our overtime. 2-point game, Jarrett Reed for 2. We are tied at 88. 2 minutes left. Here comes Sedlarovich. Picked up by Reed. Hands off for Tyler Scott. And again, they'll bottom out for Tyler. Let him create in the lane. Throws it up with the right hand. Oh my. Tyler. 90-88. 1:40 remaining. Crossing over on French is Jared Reed. Back rim. French has the rebound. And he'll lead the Panthers. Panthers looking to push. And a foul at midcourt by Sanogo. And that'll send French to the foul line. And now Sanogo fouls out. So 3 Tigers have fouled out. And who will they come back with to replace Sanogo? Also, it should be noted that Jonathan Kamba left with an injury early in the 3rd quarter. He is still on the bench, and he is looking like he is not he's not serviceable. Looks like it's going to be an end of the night for Jonathan Kamba. So you don't have Jonathan Kamba. They come with Maurice Colley, the youngster. So Colley back on the floor to take the place of Sanogo. A 3-point game. Jared Reed again, he's the leader out there right now with the 2nd-year player Stomberger. And then the rookies, Colley, Dodds, and Carmali. 2 of 2 for the Panthers. It's a 4-point game. 90 seconds remaining. Here's Jared Reed against Ellis French. Dodds lines up a 3. Front rim this time. Long rebound secured by Lorenzo Parker. And now the Panthers start to slow things down. A 4-point lead with 70 seconds left. Trying to blow past Stomberger over the top of Sven. Comes up front rim. The weak side rebound by Sedlarovich. 54 seconds remaining. 2-possession game. 16 on the shot clock. French wants to give it to Scott. No luck, and now French will set up. Fifth-year senior here against Carmali, the youngster. French gets himself an elbow jump shot. Back rim. Tigers in transition, led by Maurice Cawley. Cawley back to Sean Dodds. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 28 left in the overtime. Reed, a straightaway three. Rims out and secured by Tyler Scott, and now the Tigers have to foul. And that might do it. 18 seconds left, a 4-point game. Tyler Scott to the line. Tigers will call timeout. Well, what a game we had. The resilient Panthers and this group of young Tigers. Never say die as well. Cashrell Lawrence, of course, remember he had about 30 points, fouled out midway through the fourth quarter. So they haven't had Cashrell Lawrence for about 10 minutes of game time. And then Kanzamata fouled out. Jeff Doan fouling out for the Panthers. But Tyler Scott has emerged here in overtime. He's played very well in his return to the AUS. This new-look Panthers team. Gone is DJ Smith and several other significant players from last year's team. Aaron Robbins gone. Brian Ofori. In is Brad States and Tyler Scott. The newcomer from Slovenia, Sedlerovic. Back is Ellis French, and Jeff Doan, and Lorenzo Parker. First one down for Tyler. 5-point game. It's 2 of 2 for Scott, a 6-point game. Tigers got to hurry. Reed's going to let it roll, and he'll pick it up in front of French. They need 3-pointers. They got Stomberger out here, but taken away by who else? Tyler Scott. French, Tigers foul, and Tyler Scott puts the exclamation point on this one with the backdoor steal. Came up on the blind side, took it away. And the Panthers are going to get their first win of the season on opening night in hostile territory. An incredible effort by Rick Plato's youthful Tigers. They'll do it again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. 1 of 2 is Ellis French. Here comes Jared Reed. Maurice Cawley. Tigers won't get a shot. Sean Dodds, he hit the 3-pointer to send it to overtime. 95-88, the final from Dalplex. Subway Player of the Game announcement coming up. And then we'll sign off. Bid you good night. And you can join us again tomorrow night at 6 and 8. Stephen Campbell, Graham Benjamin will be here for all the action. You can join me at Homburg Center for the Huskies and the X-Men. And, of course, make sure you join us tomorrow at 2 o'clock from Sackville for the Subway Loney Bowl. I'll be there with Steve Betts. Izzy Germain will have your sidelines. Make sure you join us tomorrow for the AUS, one of the granddaddies of the AUS season, the Subway Loney Bowl. Just waiting on our Subway Player of the Game. Here we go. Cashrell Lawrence of the Tigers. And Tyler Scott of the Panthers. No surprise there. Scott of the Panthers, Lawrence of the Tigers, your Subway players of the game. Friends, thanks so much for being with us on opening night of the AUS men's basketball season. Thanks to everybody who reached out on the Twitter and the email. Make sure you join us tomorrow night, same time, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock for the Panthers and the Tigers. You've been watching a presentation of austv.ca, presented by Budweiser and powered by Bell Alliant Community One. We'll see you tomorrow night, but for now, goodbye from Halifax.